Welcome to the Saturday Update. Nath Gardner with you. Some restrictions in Melbourne are being eased today, with public outdoor gatherings of up to 5 fully vaccinated or 2 unvaccinated people allowed. The travel bubble has also been doubled to 10 kilometres, while Police Association boss Wayne Gatt says there'll be no public transport for most of Saturday to Melbourne CBD to deter people from attending a planned anti-lockdown protest.
Given what we saw on the streets of Melbourne only a matter of weeks ago, from our perspective, everything that's possible should be done to prevent a situation that places police officers at the same risk that they were confronted with at the last demonstration.
The first doses of the Moderna COVID vaccine have arrived in Australia. The cargo landing in Sydney on Friday night and will be available for Australians next week. A second shipment of the vaccine is expected in the coming days. PM Scott Morrison's planned stop in Jakarta on the way back from Washington next week has been cancelled. There are reports the Indonesian President Joko Widodo is now unavailable. His country is alarmed at Australia's plan to build nuclear-propelled submarines in an alliance with the UK and US. An admission from the US that a drone strike in Afghanistan days before its troops withdrew killed 10 innocent people. 7 of the victims were children, the youngest just 2 years old. And Australian researchers have found a treatment which could give older women a better chance of having children. To sport now, the Sea Eagles are into the NRL preliminary finals after easily downing the Roosters 42-6. Despite the scoreline, Manly coach Des Hasler says it was a tough match.
We completed well, we built pressure, we played with a good physicality. We're going to need that against the south side next week, so there's some good parts here that we can take forward.
They'll now take on the Rabbitohs next Friday for a spot in the grand final. Melbourne will risk injuries by playing a scratch match in a bid to keep up their match fitness ahead of next week's AFL grand final against the Bulldogs. And Carlton has a new chief executive, snaring outgoing Cats boss Brian Cook. Meanwhile, defender Brodie Kemp has signed a new 2-year deal with the Blues. To entertainment news now, Netflix is being sued by a female Soviet chess champion for $5 million over what's been described as a sexist and belittling reference in the hit show The Queen's Gambit. Staying on Netflix, Dan Levy, who played David Rose in Schitt's Creek, has signed a new TV and movie deal with the streaming service.
I'm obsessed with this.
Yes, David there. It's unclear yet of what exactly he'll be working on, but the TV part will reportedly start in July next year. And former Aussie cricket captain Michael Clarke has torn up his contract to appear in the next season of SAS Australia due to ongoing back pain. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.